Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of that boy, ETV. You already know, man, we are back on FragPunk, and man, welcome back, you guys. Hey, we still keeping FragPunk alive, and we here again with another commentary, baby. Now, this time I'm here to talk to you guys about a few things that I've noticed while playing. And it's kind of funny because you would think that some of this stuff is kind of self-explanatory. And it's funnier because now that I have been speaking with my boy Raina and understanding how they play, it's a little weird that now that I'm in the diamond area, how we still do these things. But the first thing that I do want to notice and talk about is going to be that of when we start off on defense, can we not all go to one spot on defense and defend it? And what I mean by this, when we start off, there's about, I think it's 6v6. Can three of us go, or I think it's 5v5, I can't remember. But can half of us go to one point and the other half go to the other? At no point should the entire team go to one point. I don't know how many times I've queued up in rank solo, and this happens. I come in, I watch, and usually me personally playing that I'm pathogen, I like to go to certain positions anyway. And I don't know how many times where my whole team will go to point A and I'll be the only one at point B. And I'm like, why are we all in one spot? Because if they happen to push, I'm not the one person that's by themselves, whether it's me or whether there's a spot just completely empty. You're not going to get back there fast enough, and that person's not going to have enough firepower usually to hold off if the entire team is pushing at one time. So why are we not spreading out our forces so that we can defend both at the same time, and then once we figure out which point they are actually pushing, then the other team can rotate in from either on a flank position or they could rotate back around through the normal way. But the whole team going to one point. And then usually how it happens is one team will go to whole point right there. They'll all go to A. And then since they all went to A and the team attacks B, now you would think, okay, since they attacked B, how about half us go to A, half us go to B, right? Nope, wrong. You know what they do? Now the whole team wants to go over to B and leave A open. It's like the weirdest thing. Every time I see this, and I see it very often, pretty much all the time when I'm playing, that my teammates and my random teams happen to do this. So please, guys, please, can we understand that when we're playing on defense, we all do not need to go to the same exact spot in order to be effective. And to be most effective, we need to at least have two people on each side. This way we can figure out which side they're going to, man. And like I said, you would think that's self-explanatory, but it's crazy. Now, what's another thing here, man? So another thing I want to point out that's kind of crazy is the fact that the map pool is getting kind of stale, man. Now, what I mean by stale, I'm not saying that the guns are bad, because I'm pretty sure all the guns in here are good, and I'm even just pretty sure they are. There are some guns I don't really use too much. Like, I'm not really using the shotguns like that, but I have seen other people use them against me, and I can tell that they are very good if you know what you're doing, right? But the weapon pool as a whole is getting stale. Like me personally, I'm either using the Mad Dog in the submachine gun category, the Discipline assault rifle, or the Bad Moon Scout. I forgot what they call those, but the Scouts, the marksman rifle. I'm sorry, the Bad Moon marksman rifle, right? But at the end of the day, I don't think I've seen a new weapon be added to the game since I've been playing. And I've been playing now for a little bit of time, and we've had a few updates. We have gotten new maps and new Lancers, but we have yet to see a new gun. And I find this surprising, because I would feel like guns would actually be probably the easiest thing to add to the game, opposed to adding a map and a Lancer. Now, I do know that we are getting new Lancers pretty much every season, but they didn't really mention how often we were getting a new gun. And since we haven't had new guns in a while, I'm assuming that we are bound for new ones here soon. But at this rate, they're probably going to have to give us guns in every single category, or everyone's just going to want to use that one gun. Like, I feel at this point, as long as the game's been out, if they only release one new gun, I think that it won't really be that much, and it'll quickly be overused, because once people use it, if they don't like it, they're gonna go, oh well, right back to what I'm using. So I think like the only way to truly kind of fix this problem would be for them to release a new gun in every single category all at once. This way you have a few guns to mess with and have time to play around with and things of that nature, because if they only do just the one, I really feel like that's not really going to satisfy a lot of players, just because we've been playing with these guns for so long. So if you add just one, we'll probably just hurry up and use it, and then by the, within like 2-3 days, we're back to using the same 5 guns that we've been playing with since basically the game came out. So hopefully we get news on a new gun here soon. As if I hear something, I'll definitely post about it and say something, man. But hopefully we get some new guns, especially in every single category, man. Now, another thing I would like to point out to you guys is going to be the fact that, hey, due to your ego, man, don't be out here taking stupid deaths, man. In the gameplay I have in the background, in the last 2 rounds, I went into the last 2 rounds and I was 8-4 with my normal 2 KD. And then the last 2 rounds of the game, I end up taking 2 stupid deaths. Now, these stupid deaths do 2 things, okay? One, it fucks up your KD, okay? So you don't want to do that. You want the highest KD possible. You guys shoot for the stars when it comes to for your KD, man. Try to get them legitimately and try to make sure you're out there doing your thing. But the other thing that stupid deaths does is it negatively impacts your team's ability to be successful. When you take a stupid death, you're now down a player. And we know how important it is to have number games, especially in a game like this where you can't really heal. People die fairly quickly if you're able to hit shots. So having the numbers game is extremely important in a game like this. So taking stupid deaths for no reason, and a lot of times your stupid deaths are going to come from things like ego trips, or when you're frustrated and you just want to kind of, run out there like, make sure you're always keeping a cool, calm head out there, and make sure you're always looking at the situation and taking advantage. Understand that you might have to disengage from a fight before you even shoot at the person, due to the fact that movement speed isn't that much, and running out of gunfights isn't really a thing in this unless you're close to cover. So make sure you're doing things to prevent yourself from being out in the open or putting yourself in position to take a dumb kill. Like in mine, I put up the wall, and then once the wall was destroyed, I then had a choice. Once the wall went down, I could have then moved over to the left behind cover and then waited for my teammates to catch up to me, even though I know the enemy team is pushing down the hallway. Or I could have sat there and tried to kill the person that was already shooting their gun. And with the ego trip, as soon as the wall broke down, I went back out again trying to shoot them. But due to the distance that I was away from them, I wasn't able to hit shots. And like I said, you'll probably see it in the background near the end of the gameplay. And you'll just see what I mean by taking a dumb ego trip death. And that's just something that you just shouldn't be out here trying to do, guys. So make sure y'all are not out here doing that, and take your time. Now, another thing I want to point out that really does actually bother me is this. So sometimes I'm playing Pathogen, and sometimes, like when you do her double bumpers and you pull out her trap gets pulled out and then it sits there on the screen. You have to actually hit another button to throw it onto the ground. But when it comes to her healing, if you hit the button, it automatically shoots out her healing. Now, there are times where I'm trying to hit the 2 bumpers, but apparently I hit the left bumper first and it just throws up my healing. Why is it that my healing orb doesn't get the are you sure you want to do this, by holding it in her hand prior to throwing it out, opposed to my trap, which again, I guess since it's a trap, that's why they wouldn't want it to activate. But even still, if it's a trap, why does the trap just come out when I throw it? Why, when I push the button, why doesn't it just throw it to the ground and the trap just come out? Because again, when I'm trying to do the trap, sometimes the controller registers me as only hitting the LB button, or maybe I'm fat fingering it and hitting the LB button first before actually hitting both bumpers at the same time. So again, why do I get are you sure you want to do this with my trap? But with my healing orb, I'm not getting that. And again, also with these things that you can pick up, can we please have the recall system off the ground be a lot better, please? All right, can you make it to where we have to double tap X to activate and then hold X to pick it up, please? This way, when I go to pick up a trap that done bounced halfway across the room for some reason, or I put it in a spot and I want to take it back with me, I don't run up and accidentally actually activate the entire trap, and I can actually successfully pick it up. So please, can we get a "are you okay" sure when it comes to my heal orb, if you're going to do that with my trap? And can you please make the recall system a lot better when it comes to picking up items off the ground? This isn't just a pathogen thing. I'm assuming this is for everyone else that has to pick something off the ground. The only difference is when most of the time mine actually sets it off when instead of picking it up. So I know someone like Chum might not have that problem. He just picks the thing up. But hey, let me know how y'all feel about the things I brought up, man. How do y'all feel about, I'm over here tripping, man. Do y'all see teammates when y'all queue up always running to the same side on the areas and not defending the other side at all? When it comes to the weapon pools, are y'all getting tired of the current weapons available? And if so, would y'all like to see new weapons in every category? Or what new weapon would you like to see? Hey, how do y'all feel about taking stupid deaths? And do you feel that my advice is valid and legit? And finally, can we please get a little bit of quality of life changes when it comes to throwing and picking up projectiles for our lancers, man? Let me know down in the comments how you feel about them topics, and let's get a conversation started, man. But until then, I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay here in the background. And again, remember, these last 2 rounds are examples of stupid deaths that I'm talking about. So I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Got you. Someone dropped their converter here. Ooh, that gets my vote. Enemy Lancer. You are healed by my hand, brother. Hot is the way of flesh.
Man, come on, bro. Come on, man. Fuck did he shoot, man?
Match complete. Well done. I hope